What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of No Holds Barred Wrestling Radio. I'm your host, Kyle, with my co-host, Phil, next to me here, and we got our match technician, Brandon. What's up, guys?
Hey,
another episode of Smackdown on the way.
Great.
This actually proved to be a better Smackdown than I actually think, considering how much Smackdown does suck ass, but we'll get into that right now, as the opening segment was Paul Heyman in a Zeb Coulter debate. We basically had Heyman talking about his clients, Brock Lesnar, and his win over The Undertaker. Yeah, fuck, man, I think we've heard enough of this shit already. And then him talking about Cesaro, and we had Coulter asking Cesaro, why did you turn over to Paul Heyman? And eventually this led to the match between Swagger against Cesaro. I'll go to our match technician, Brandon. What did you get out of this match?
To start the match, Cesaro catches Swagger and hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Nicely done by Cesaro there. The action spills outside the ring. Cesaro hits some massive uppercuts and throws Swagger into the barricade. The move of the night, second best move of the night was they go back in the ring. Swagger whips Cesaro into the ropes. He springboards off the second rope into a spinning uppercut, which is awesome. And then Swagger got a little bit of momentum. He hit the Swagger bomb, and then Cesaro just took over after that. Got a swing for an 11 count for the swing, and then hits the neutralizer for the win on that one.
Yeah, it's just a pretty good domination match by Cesaro. Hitting a ton of uppercuts this match, I noticed. The clean neutralizer for the win. I actually thought this match was going to be an Extreme Rules match. I think we both did, or all three of us did here. Thoughts on why they didn't do it at Extreme Rules, Phil?
I'm guessing they've got bigger plans for Cesaro.
I'm guessing. I mean, hopefully they're turning this into a bigger match, Extreme Rules. I mean, the match I'm kind of predicting it's going to happen. It's going to be Paul Heyman and Cesaro against Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger in a stupid manager and wrestler tag team match. I don't really want to see that. I kind of want to see Swagger Cesaro go into like an Extreme Rules stipulation, cage, chair, whatever they can put together for them to.
I don't know. Pay-per-views usually have at least one surprise match, and I think Cesaro's match will be it. I mean, he's got way too much momentum to not be on pay-per-view right now.
Which is terrible, because why do you have a stipulation-type pay-per-view if you're not going to have every match in the stipulation?
Yeah, that sort of died down in the past few years.
Like, start bringing back Backlash, Judgment Day, Armageddon, all those past pay-per-views, and then have that one stipulation match. That's what they used to do.
Yeah.
Don't have a stipulation pay-per-view like Extreme Rules, Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber if every match is not going to be that stipulation.
They literally have one match, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's it.
And then after the match, Cesaro and Heyman were celebrating the ring, and all I hear is the Shield's music playing. They come out, and they attack Swagger with a triple powerbomb.
I guess the preview of what we're about to see from the Shield.
Yep.
Second match after this, we had Tamina, the number one contender for the Divas title, versus Natalya, who I haven't seen on television lately wrestling. I'm not sure what's going on with her.
Total Divas.
Total Divas, yeah, whatever. This was a domination match by Tamina. Brandon, what did you get out of this match?
Yeah, it was basically a match to put Tamina over for her title match against Paige. Tamina hit a Samoan drop, and basically Tamina won by super kicking Natalya. She didn't even win going to the top rope doing her, that super fly. She won by a super kick, so maybe she'd get more moves to her arsenal.
Yeah.
Either that, or just they ran out of shit to do in that match. And
yeah.
All right, Tamina, go out there and win by super kick.
Yeah.
But it's just like dominate. I guess just put over match for her Divas title match coming up at Extreme Rules. Do you have anything to add in this match, Phil?
I don't know. Just I'm loving that spinning clothesline from Natalya. It looks pretty powerful. And yeah, I guess she just tried to get a little bit fancy there at the end with a kick up and cartwheel roll up or something, but then Tamina hit her right in the face with after that, so yeah, she got the pinfall victory.
I like Natalya. I like she's more that wrestling based type of Divas wrestler.
Yeah.
And it's a shame we don't get to see a lot of that. But hopefully we do in the upcoming weeks, depending what they do with their Divas division now, that Paige looks like she's going to be the future and they're going to build around her. But anyways, after this match we had a promo backstage, 3MB, just chilling out, rocking backstage. We had Seth Rollins show up first, and then they're like, "Oh, what you gonna do, man? 3-on-1." Then we had Dean Ambrose show up, and then we had Roman Reigns show up, and they all beat up on 3MB, who are going to be later put in the 11-on-3 handicap match later on in the night. But other than that, that was just a...
No hornswoggle.
Yeah, no hornswoggle. I wonder what happened. No one cares. Alright, on to match 3 here. We have Jey Uso versus Curtis Axel. Sort of another put-in match, I guess. On main event, we had Ryback face Jimmy Uso, so now Jey Uso is going to face Curtis Axel. And Ryback did have the clean win on main event. What did you get out of this match, Brandon?
Axel dominated the start of the match. He hit like a standing elbow drop from outside the ring onto Jey Uso. And then they got back in the ring, and it was a fairly quick match. Jey Uso fought back some kicks, and he actually did a vintage Goldust-esque uppercut. And then Jey was distracted by Ryback on the outside of the ring, and then which allowed Axel to take advantage and hit the Hangman's Facebuster for the win.
Another clean win for this heel tag team. I'm actually surprised with all these wins by this heel tag team. They are trying to build them up as the next #1 contenders for the tag titles, but I'm actually really surprised they're not using any heel tactics to win these matches.
Well, Ryback did kind of distract Jey Uso, but
yeah. Not as dirty as I think it would have been. You know,
Curtis Axel hit his finisher clean.
Yeah. What me and Phil did notice in this match, though, for all you SmackDown viewers that don't know, there was a lot of fake crowd noise in this match.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I don't know why WWE tries to manipulate the fans at home into cheering for who they want us to cheer for and booing who they want us to boo.
The cheers were so retarded. You get like a huge pop for moves that didn't need that. It'd be like a chop, and it'd be like, oh yeah.
And then Curtis Axel, he did a backflip in this match when Jey or whatever swiped his foot, and no reaction for that. And the worst part is there'll be a loud reaction and then just dead quiet after that. So you can tell that there's fake reactions being put into the show.
WWE, why do you choose to have fake crowd noises? This is not something we want to see on SmackDown. If you're trying to make it better, you're trying to get people to watch, get rid of the fake crowd noise. Leave it be. I'm pretty sure the regular crowd noise that you hear on Raw and you would hear on SmackDown would be alright. You don't need to add fake crowd noise. I know it's taped, but still. Anyways, right after this match, we had the Wyatt promo. This was probably one of the best promos I've seen in a long time by the Wyatt family. Probably the craziest one. You had the Wyatts come to the ring, and the cage was down in the ring, lights off. Basically, he was saying how Cena tries to get the crowd to love him, saying that how does it feel, Cena, that the crowd's getting farther and farther away from them? Basically, taking out saying that the crowd's booing him most of the time. They're basically also saying like the crowd was given a choice on Cena's match last week, and they basically threw him into the wolves. Also saying Cena should stop underestimating Bray Wyatt, which he shouldn't. Bray Wyatt's actually one of Cena's toughest challenge in years, from what we've seen in John Cena matches. Saying maybe his words were razor blades and they cut deep, and it looks like it on Cena's expression a couple of times. But this was probably one of the craziest promos I've seen in a long time. Some
great stuff from Bray Wyatt as usual. Just the cage was a nice touch. I'm wondering if the crowd got to see an actual cage match that night, because there wasn't one on the actual SmackDown taping, but maybe as a dark match, who knows. But yeah, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan just like standing ominously at the cage, holding onto it, and Bray Wyatt, as usual, using all these similes and metaphors and imagery in his words, saying that John Cena chose to be stuck in a cage. He's a rat, choosing to be stuck in a cage with a snake at Extreme Rules, and Bray Wyatt, and saying that he hasn't de-venomized Bray Wyatt. Just some great stuff from Bray Wyatt.
So in other words, he's gonna kick Cena's ass at Extreme Rules. Gonna literally beat him to death in a fucking steel cage match. We won't see blood, which we'd like to see.
We might see blood.
Accidental. It's a pay-per-view, yeah, but we're not going to see blood. I'm sorry.
Not from blading, but accidental blood is always a possibility.
Bring back the blades.
No one wants better at blading than Ric Flair.
The blades cut.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair,
Crimson mask.
blades for no reason.
Yeah. Gets punched in the face, Blade. Anyways, after that, we actually had a match between Luke Harper and Eric Rowan against the Brotherhood, Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Brennan, I think you had a lot for this match.
Yeah, it started off pretty slow. Cody was dominated for most of the beginning of the match. He hit a vintage Goldust uppercut. I love that move. Bray was yelling on the mic during the match, like on the outside of the ring on his little rocking chair there.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. And then Harper, apparently Cole said it was an unorthodox gator roll to try and make Cody like tap out or something.
Gator roll?
Yeah, it was weird.
Love that gator roll.
Yeah. Then Goldust was knocked off the ring apron, so Cody couldn't make a tag, and then Cody was yelling at him, "Get up, get up!" So showing more dissension in the Rhodes family there. And then Cody hit a disaster kick, which then enabled him to get Goldust into the match. This is where it picked up. Goldust did his, patented vintage uppercut. He did his power slam, and he did a twisting crossbody to both Wyatts, which was cool to see. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And then Cody went to the top rope. He was going to go for a moonsault to the outside of the ring. And then Harper threw Goldust into the ropes. Cody flew off the top rope, hit his head off the barricade, and then Goldust turns around and gets a huge clothesline from Luke Harper for the win.
That's a sort of unorthodox finisher from Luke Harper for a win. I'm not sure what his actual finishing move is.
Yeah.
But
he's got that signature gator roll, which is awesome.
Signature gator roll.
Yeah.
Gator roll for the win.
And loving that cross body from Goldust on both Harper and Rowan.
Yeah. So yeah, basically just another Y brother domination. I guess to put them over against, not to put Eric Rowan or Luke Harper over, just to show like how Wyatt's family is dominant. Maybe to strike some fear into John Cena. They're also teasing a little bit that the Brotherhood breaking up a bit. Yep. Maybe we might see this at Extreme Rules maybe later on, but.
Yeah, when Cody Rhodes got knocked off the top rope, you can sort of see Goldust's face. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I kind of see them having a good feud if they do split up. I mean, Goldust is still kicking ass now, and he's like almost 50 years old. I've never seen a wrestler that age that can wrestle on a daily basis. I'm sure Goldust goes to a lot of live events too. Now, I'm not sure what Batista's actually doing with his live events, but I'm sure I'd love to see Batista wrestle more like he used to do back in the day as well. He's still fit to do it. I'm pretty sure Batista still has the cardio. Just like Triple H, and Triple H is still in great shape, and he can still wrestle, but he's more into the corporate now. I guess they're preparing for when Vince McMahon does either leave the company or to his unfortunate death, they actually have a replacement for him that's suitable for the company. But other than that, great match by both these teams. So right after this match, we had the promo backstage for Brad Maddox, and he was attacked by the Shield. The Shield kicking the crap out of Brad Maddox, throwing him over the couch, beating him up behind the couch. Just another part of the Shield's domination tonight. I'm glad to see this. They're trying to make SmackDown more relevant and more exciting for viewers that actually try to watch SmackDown on a daily basis to watch, because other than that, you put up the same old crap every week, WWE, and we don't want to fucking watch that. But sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm just getting a little bit off topic here. SmackDown's
the Shield's ambush is I don't know. Yeah, SmackDown. Yeah, it was more interesting this week more than it usually is, and the Shield's ambushes were a nice recurring segment this week. In case you're wondering why Brad Maddox was officiating this SmackDown, is because Vicky Guerrero early in the night was given the night off, and yeah, it's a good thing she was, because Brad Maddox got ambushed pretty viciously, especially by Dean Ambrose. Yeah, even Seth Rollins was like, "What are you doing, man?" And Dean Ambrose, he's beating up Brad Maddox.
I don't think we could see a Shield attack a woman. It's too rated R for the PG era right now.
Mm-hmm. Plus, the Shield and Brad Maddox, they have a bit of a history, and I don't think Vicky Guerrero and the Shield have any history. I don't think.
I'd love to see Brad Maddox back into wrestling, man.
Yeah, what's his finisher? The Deal Breaker?
The Deal
That's
Breaker.
That's
a
a
great
cool
finisher.
looking move.
Yeah. Anyways, what was going to happen next is the Santino, Emma versus Vendango, Layla. I've actually lost count how many times this actually happens a goddamn week. WWE, stop shoving this down our throats. We do not care about this match.
Hey, they would.
No, this match sucks ass. Every time it comes on TV, it just sucks ass. We don't care. But who comes to save the day? The Shield.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta,
Thank
Shield.
you, Shield. Thank you, Shield. Shield
Even,
coming
even
out.
they're sick of this feud.
When Van Dangle trying to make his entrance, they come up to the ramp. They triple powerbomb him off the stage through
God.
2 tables. Thank God.
Layla running away.
God. Thank you, Shield. We didn't have to see this crap again, man.
That was fantastic.
That was great. That was actually something we haven't seen in WWE for a long time. That sort of, hardcore move.
I know, yeah. Powerbomb right off the stage through 2 tables.
Yeah, through 2 tables. I mean, it wasn't one of those big electronic tables they'd had before and have, like, explosions going everywhere, but just 2 normal tables set up. But, like, whatever, man. That was actually pretty sick for SmackDown.
Exactly,
For SmackDown. Let me say it again. That happened on SmackDown. Not Raw, not NXT, not main event, which nothing happens on main event, but SmackDown. Thank you. Thank you, Shield. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, Shield.
And it was because Fandango was supposed to be a participant in the 11-on-3 handicap match.
Yep.
Anyways, in moving into that, we had the Shield, who was supposed to be 11-on-3, ended up only facing Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Ryback, Damian Sandow, and Titus O'Neil in a 5-on-3 match. Brandon, what did you get out of this match?
First, when the Shield was coming down through the crowd, they said that Curtis Axel was attacked backstage. They didn't have any video of it, but he was supposed to be in the match as well. The Shield actually dominated most of the match, considering they were down 2 men to the heel tag team or the heel team. Rollins hit a nice drop kick, and the Shield tagged in and out for most of the match. The heels couldn't seem to get anything going. They went to commercial. They come back, and the heels are finally, doing something. Big Wade Barrett gets a big boot off. Del Rio gets a couple of his, vintage snap kicks off on Ambrose. And then Ryback comes in and gets a slam and a big splash and puts Ambrose in a sleeper hold. Ambrose fights back, tags in Roman Reigns, and he just starts kicking a bunch of ass, just starts taking out all the heels. And then Rollins and Ambrose spill to the outside. They start attacking the guys that are on the outside of the ring. They throw Ryback into the steel steps. And then Damian Sandow is left in the ring alone, and Wade Barrett and Alberto Del Rio are staring down at the Shield. They back off. They start to try and head up towards the entrance ramp to get the hell out of there. And then Ambrose and Rollins do their vintage, spill out to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roman Reigns chases ADR up the entrance ramp, gives him a spear, and then they get back into the ring, and Ambrose gets a drop kick on Sandow, who then turns around into a Roman Reigns spear for the 1-2-3.
Yeah, it's just a great overall domination with the Shield. Again, putting themselves over for the Evolution Extreme Rules match. Basically, this is probably sending a message to Evolution for Raw. I guess we have to tune into Raw to see what Evolution's reaction to this. Maybe we have Evolution going around kicking all the faces' asses on Raw. Mm-hmm. That's my prediction for Raw. What's going to happen? Maybe at the end of Raw, Evolution going to kick the last face's ass, and then the Shield come in for the save, and we just see an all-out brawl, because next week is the Raw go-home show for Extreme Rules. But other than that, great SmackDown episode. You need to have more episodes like this for us to tune in to actually watch SmackDown, the 2 hours that you have it on TV.
After the match, it was just, in the words of Jim Ross, it was a bunch of carnage in the ring.
Carnage!
Yep.
Look at that carnage!
Titus O'Neil and Ryback both got thrown in the ring, both got Roman Reigns speared, and then Ryback got triple powerbombed, and they all stood over all the carnage in the ring and did their
Shield
believe
pose.
in the Shield pose.
Believe in the Shield.
Yeah.
But alright, that's a great SmackDown episode, guys. I give this one a 7 out of 10 for sure.
Big ups to the Shield for kicking a bunch of ass during the show.
And making SmackDown relevant for once in a lifetime. Like, you're never gonna see a SmackDown episode this good, like, from what WWE's been putting up on SmackDown. I hope they continue this in the future. I don't think I have nothing else to talk about on the SmackDown episode. You guys know we're good?
Good, yeah. Just the Shield making things interesting as usual. 3 members of the Shield, better than 5 guys as expected.
Or 11 guys.
Yeah.
They could have taken on all 11, but it's better to face 5, I guess. And yeah, just a good SmackDown episode, better than what we're used to.
All right. Other than that, guys, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, and subscribe. Follow us on No Holds Barred WR. I'm your host, Kyle, as always. Co-host Phil and
See ya.
match technician Brandon.
Peace.
We're out.